questions can you give us availability-wise and who's not available females?
Yeah, the only one that we're missing a little bit is Diatley, but otherwise everybody's fit to go.
And the official line with Diaz is just personal reasons. Is that what it is?
Nah, he has a little minor injury, so.
Okay, perfect. So Diaz isn't here and he's got injury. Okay, we'll open it up for questions in the audience before we turn into our audience on to Charlie.
Come on, Charlie, man. No preparation, Charlie. What's going on?
Good. Hello? Yes. Hey, Bob. All right.
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Since you took over this club 2 years ago, you spoke a lot about, establishing a culture and an identity with this group. And it seems like you've done that. But maybe when somebody asks you about that, how would you define Pacific's identity and culture?
Culture is not only set by one person. The culture was set from the get-go by the owners. They have a vision of what they wanted to achieve with their club. And when you have people that is that ambition, Rob and Josh, and they believe in certain aspects of the game, because the biggest thing for them was they never get to play in their country. I had the pleasure to play in my country because that's where I'm from. So for them to able to have a club and help the young Canadians and help grow the country when it comes to terms of football, that's where it starts. And then fortunately, a guy like me who played in North America, finished my career at the Whitecaps, have the similar vision as the owners, where the culture starts. And the culture is to drive and help young, ambitious players, give them a pathway. And that's what the same pathway that they wanted to have, but couldn't get it. But now they're able to provide it. And now we're seeing a little bit of the results of where the national team is going, but also where the CPL is, given what the recent result has been. The defending champion going to the semifinals. We went to the semifinals against Toronto, and now as a third-year club, we're in the final. So that is the vision that we have. So our culture is family, communication, and transparency from the bottom down.
Great answer. Adam.
Oh, Pa, I know this is a team that's full of ambition, as you alluded to. I'm wondering if in your preparation for Forge, if you watched any of the CONCACAF League events, knowing that that's your ultimate prize, but if you get that, you'll also be in CONCACAF League next year, and what would being on the continental stage mean for Pacific FC?
Oh, it would mean a lot. You gotta be ambitious, otherwise why you play the game? So we have a goal, the owners have goal, we have a goal to staff, the players have goals, right? It's to win. Otherwise, why do you play football? Right? And also to be allowed to be on the biggest stage for a club like ourselves, we're on an island, right? We're not in the Canada, we're on an island, right? So we understand what it is. And to be honest, the island is full of good players. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but the team that went to 86, the goal that helped Canada was scored by an island boy named George Bakers. So Canada should be grateful for the island, right? But also with the owners, obviously, that's the biggest stage. You want to represent the club, you want to represent the country, right? And it's not only one team, we want multiple teams, right? We want to be the team. There's no hiding it. We want it.
Well, and just one more quickly off that. What is the past 2 weeks been since the semifinal? Because this has been an unusual season, but typically you're preparing for a lot of games in very short order. Now you've had one opponent, one date for 2 weeks. Just walk us through a little bit what that's like with the club.
For us, is to trust the process. Every day come to work, right? Just take it day by day. We cannot plan too much ahead, just plan day by day. And when we had the last game was 7th of November before we played Calgary. 2 days off for the boys. I come back in refreshed, focused, play the game the 20th. Same thing. 2 days off, come back, get to work. Sounds boring, but
Not at all.
Sounds like great. Perfect for players, I think. Well, that doesn't sound boring to me.
we're all happy.
Yeah, exactly. Louis with Forge, go ahead.
Hey, Pa, how you doing?
I'm not talking to you.
I knew you would.
Oh, you're my enemy. You're not talking to me. Somebody else, please.
Forge has accomplished quite a bit, but the one thing they haven't done is get to celebrate a championship here at home by winning it.
So what you trying to say?
Is that something your team is embracing? Is being kind of the ultimate spoilers and ruining the party tomorrow night.
So you guys already having a party? But that's what you're alluding to.
Are you ready? Are you embracing the opportunity to try and ruin?
Try what?
Are you embracing the opportunity to be a spoiler?
We're not here to spoil. We here to do something that we believe we can do. That's not spoiling.
Thanks, Pop.
You're welcome.
Hi, Pa. Eduardo Harari from Spanglish World Network. Wanted to ask you how does the being the representative of the West Coast technically gives you motivation to win this for Western Canada that hasn't seen yet a championship at any of the Canadian levels?
Well, they have Whitecaps.
Not recent though.
No, you said they never had. I said that we have 79.
Long time ago.
Doesn't matter. We won. Right? But we want to make history, obviously, of course. Right? All this year for our team, it's been a great year so far because what we set out to do in the beginning of the year, step by step, we've taken every step, and when we got to play the Whitecaps for the first ever professional game in BC, we won that game. I think it was a monumental game for the club as well as for the CPL, right? And again, we went to the semifinals against Toronto, which I still believe we should have hosted, but it's okay, right? But anyhow, we get to play them. Another milestone for the club to go in Calgary semifinal, and here we are again with another milestone.
Thank you.
So if you want to know the answer, let's look it up tomorrow.
Okay,
We'll move to some questions on Zoom for you, Paul.
we'll kick it off with Cleve
Cleve, you're not the first today, huh?
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Doing well, sir.
Hey, a lot has been made of the record. That was over 3 years, 8-0-1, in favor of forging these matchups. What have they done so well against you over 3 years, and what can you do to counter that?
See, that's why I'm not a fan of statistics. Stats is what it is. History is meant to be rewritten.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
Next question.
Next is Michael Fox.
Hey, Pa, how are you doing?
Doing well, Michael. How about you?
Very good. And after the semi-final, we chatted about the growth of the team and what you've seen from this team over the last 2 years. On a personal side, what have you seen in your own growth as a coach from the coach that came into Pacific 2 years ago to where you're standing now?
I've actually not looked at myself, to be honest. I've been too busy with the growth of the place. That's where my mind is always. And maybe after the season, I'll go to my wife and she will tell me what I've done well and what I've done wrong, to be honest. But for me, it's never about me. It's always about the players. Because as a coach, you're nothing without your players. And the players also have given me this platform through their hard work, to their dedication and commitment to the club and to the organization. So for me, it's not about me.
Thanks, Pa. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Michael, go to our last question with Brandon.
Thanks, Mickey. Hey, Pa, how are you doing this afternoon?
Doing well, Brandon. How about you?
I'm doing well too. Just maybe wanted to pull back the curtain on your career as a player, maybe, and have you think back to winning the Norwegian Cup, the Norwegian Cup with Paul Ring back in 2002. Is there a little bit of that, playing in that semi-final, playing that final, that comes back for you as a coach now that, was in your mind back then as a player?
I mean, obviously, you always want to draw to experience that you went through. I was fortunate enough to play in 2 finals, which I won, which was 2002 and 2015 with the Whitecaps. So you always want to draw experience from that. But there's always different experience. My experience is always going to be different from the players' experience, right? But you can try to help them with some words, guidance, because this is our first final for these boys. But the growth that they've shown throughout the years with the big games that we played, I think that has also manifested and helped them a little bit when it comes to their personal growth. But my personal experience will always be different to theirs. This is about them. This is about them experience it so that it will help them grow furthermore for the coming years. So for us, we remain the same. We have one model: trust the process. That's all it is.
Just to follow up from that, sorry, Brandon. Just to follow up from that, though, you recalled those games pretty quick.